Top of the Premier League looks like this. After a busy weekend, Liverpool 4 points clear of Manchester City. Spurs 9 points back of Liverpool after their dramatic victory over Fulham. Chelsea right now the last team in the top four, but Arsenal, Manchester United right on Chelsea's heels. So what do the odds say? Well, the odds actually agree with the current table. Spurs and Chelsea, it's 4 teams for 2 spots. The favorites right now to get into the Champions League. Greg, start with you. You agree with the odds makers here? Are Spurs and Chelsea the 2 to get in?
Do you know what? Well, it depends on their Chelsea's stubborn manager and their transfer policy, I suppose, and what happens and if they get Higuain over the line, or that's going to be a key. I do think, and I have to give them credit. I haven't got a problem. Man United, for me, have thrown their hat right back in the ring just by their change of manager. 7 wins in a row, 6 in the league. I think I don't see, as well as Arsenal played at the weekend, I don't see them getting in the top 4. So I think it's going to be between Man United and Chelsea.
What do you think about Spurs and all this, Stevie? They got a 7-point cushion between them and 5th. They got all these injuries going on right now. And of course, Manchester United, the team that's probably you feel the best about. I don't know, out of all these 4 right at this second.
Manchester United, no.
Yeah. No?
I'm not convinced yet, no. No, listen, again, yes, they did beat Spurs. We were talking about this. They had to beat somebody of note. Well, for some reason, they won this game, but they could have, if they had lost by 5, nobody would have complained. They beat Brighton at the weekend. So for me, yes, they've been on a fantastic run, but I'm not convinced yet that they can get in the top 4. I don't see any change in the top 4. And I'm going on that Higuain does go to Chelsea. And that's why I think the top 4 right now will stay the same.
Spurs should be worried, though. I mean, right?
Well, less so if Harry Winks hadn't got that winner right at the death.
But I'm just saying, all these injuries are piling up. That's a huge concern.
I think they've got the squad's a bit threadbare, but I think they've got...
Where are the goals going to come from?
They've got to resolve.
Well, they've got Son to come back. He'll be back in early February, I believe, if they get to the final. It's a worry.
Kane, Dele Alli, I mean, that's a lot of...
It's a worry. I think I personally think because of the manager and I think they'll just have enough in the goals from midfield. I'm not convinced by Man United, like Stevie said, but I'm coming round. I'm coming round, and I'm less convinced because what I'm seeing from Chelsea, and people are working out how to stop Jorginho and the passing and the pressing and obviously the goal scoring is an issue, and so. They should be good enough to stay in the top 4, Chelsea, but I'm not utterly convinced.
Higuain's key because,
No Higuain in the top 4?
Because he's been talking about playing people out of position. If they get Higuain straight off the bat, Hazard goes to his best spot. That's huge straight off the bat.
Let's bring Gab in on all of this. Gab, I wonder if you agree with the odds makers. You think the top 4 that we see right now will be the top 4 at the end of the season?
I think it's about right. I mean, I think we need to, obviously Higuain coming to Chelsea would be a bonus, and you have to. I think they're obviously factoring that in as a given. 3 points is still considerable, and I think Chelsea do have another level to which they can go. Spurs, as you said, have that cushion. What would concern me about Spurs is, I don't think they've been playing great. They've been getting results. Obviously, we saw it at the weekend, but we're not seeing the best of them. And the other thing that would worry me about Spurs is the fact that I went back and I looked. Christian Eriksen, he's played a tremendous amount of minutes. He didn't rest at all over the holiday period. And, he's not the most athletic guy to begin with. And he's so important, and even more important now, obviously, with the injuries and the absentees. He's got the contract in the background. I think he's really going to have to carry a load in the next months, and I think that's really where we're going to find out if they drop off or not. But that said, those 7 points are pretty big. So for the time being, I'd agree with Chelsea and Spurs.
Guys, real quick, if Spurs or Chelsea do drop out of the top 4, who do you see more likely to take their spot, Arsenal or Manchester United?
I would go with Manchester United. They're a completely different team than the one we saw under Mourinho. Yes, you can argue they haven't particularly played huge opposition, but yeah, they are on the rise, absolutely.
You agree?
Yep.